it's dead now. Whatever it was.
Is it business or pleasure? Go on, then. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you? It's all right. See, doesn't it? Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her. The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
And how may I assist you today? Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive. Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
Not all of them, no. Otto, is now a good time?
It's not bad.
She's been better. Ty is making sure she's
Good.
Any word on Coop Guzman?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scrap. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for no leads yet.
All right.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvassing uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the Professor. I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on! Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh?
My fee for bringing Mid that.
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Visiting hours are over, your lordship. I'll be all right, Clive. I just need some rest.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had it down.
Mid, you've only just come...
And I've been thinking of... Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Was wondering, Mid's back from Canva.
Just now, she's planning to set up a workshop in the stores, and here's the list. Think you can find every...
This lot won't be much.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done. If it weren't for her filters, Send the stuff on to Mid.
Thank you.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Is that all? Is it business or pleasure?
Quite the opposite. Like father, like daughter. You live Mid's order with me.
Blackthorn, you busy?
Was it a little...
I have a commission. She requires... Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with it? Right. I'll see what I can do.
My thanks. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Clive. So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear.
With a good oil in this, kid. Should be enough. How do, Matt?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. So naturally...
Well, I'd love to help the young miss, however, but I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I... It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about, you know, the one over at Martha?
That's right. I'll ask Martha if she can spare.
Ah, Clive.
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might...
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends.
Thank you, Martha.
He went up to Cressida on business. Far as I know, he...
I'll look from there. This is no time to ride. Fly, Ambrosia. Whoa.
Hi.
If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What?
You do, Bernard. Martha said it.
Oh. Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. And... But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly.
This shouldn't take long.
Yeah!
That should do it.
Thank you, son.
How long is it since...
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperial. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the plate.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant! Thanks, Clive.
Is there... anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she's still...
Of course, take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's breath. I don't think I can... I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well, I hope as much as you, that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, and we must lift that burden. In order to... The operation may be dangerous, but it's also a...
I know. But griping about my lot helps no one.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for...
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. No one knows Herblore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in...
Here. What's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they were moving in for their assault when the carriage... A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the... They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing. I can't help...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all... Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped. But I never really thought how my words might affect them.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease. glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't...
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't...
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned...
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did.
You made the right decision.
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here.
All right. Just follow the path to this, and please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will...
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. They're trying to get into the carriage. Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. Freedom, safety, the life you...
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save you.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited. Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No. I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months. What kind of leader Since I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to...
We swore the same oath.
It's good to see you safe and well.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that...
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to... But I'm a Cursebreaker.
You will.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it.
You'll do fine. Talia trusts you.
Thank you for the kind... So the brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the one ill-conceived incision. A single slip, and even success means tremendous pain. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win, and yet we never won for volunteers.
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be... I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife.
It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty. Just thank you for helping me remember that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may... Have more for you.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over his name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need know why the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make...
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest.
wait till mid's away to take a tour of it.
How goes the hunt for Coop?
Largely insert. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected... If only we knew for certain by...
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. She'll just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old...
It's just one thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the dear Lord Byron.
Ah, my dear.
How did you find this?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is, as are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish, which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosaleth de Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, come here and I'll show... It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that...
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my...
Reed's finished. Outfitting her little workshop on. Yeah, with a little help from Sid, of course.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang.
You're not going in there alone.
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Cid might be able...
Thanks.
So, what about your own...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you to...
You can count.
All right, Uncle.
We shall. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Faster! Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Quiet now.
No need to ride from here.
Caution, my boy.
Farewell here.
See a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
You deserve a rest.
Come on.
years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe. Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Let's go.
Be safe. Well, Clive. Looks like you're gonna need a bigger sword.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Come on.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Straight home now.
So, the old cook has...
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Be safe. Wake and win! Stay down!
Let's go.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle? Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Take it! Try it.
Bravo!
for your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics! Fresh.
Why is the tavern shut?
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
They've closed the road, and it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow this.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
This river runs all the way. To the southern seas.
Light it! Gilbert's sake!
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
Anything I can interest you in? Fare you well.
Wait, incense! What wax candle?
Look, Father. Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Just look at the detail!